Plenty of questions on how you can receive a starter kit with an assortment of different crystal shapes, sizes, and styles to try out with your new laser machine. Also questions on how you can pay by credit card for your raw material and on whether you'll be charged duties and taxes when you receive your product. So for answers to these questions, stick around. Cockpit 3D, presented to you by 3dcrystal.com, is next. And welcome to Cockpit 3D, presented to you by 3dcrystal.com. So the first thing you want to do is go to hqplus.ca, and when you come over here, type in your login information that you've been emailed, and you'll get access to our user interface. Now, this user interface was created for the B2B world many years ago, and it has been used effectively by many green beam laser operators that live and breathe subsurface laser engraving, and they know every item in their sleep with their eyes closed, okay? So if they say they want a 120/80, we know exactly what they're talking about. However, for those that are new to the industry, we definitely understand that this user interface would be a lot better if it was visual. And so therefore, we're going to work on making one that is similar to what you would normally see on an e-commerce platform, where you can visually see the shapes and the sizes and decide what it is that you want to purchase. So that's in the works. But for now, if you're not sure what it is that you want, simply go to our website, 3dcrystal.com, and you'll see every shape that we offer on this website, we are selling on HQ Plus. In fact, it's beautiful to know that what we're selling to you is exactly what we are using for our own production worldwide for laser engraving inside crystal. And I think this is a key differentiating point, is that not only are we selling raw material, but we're selling raw material that we believe in and that we trust to use for ourselves, and that has proven to work consistently. So you should feel comfortable knowing that when you're placing your order. Now, let's say, for example, I wanted to order dog bones. So if you click in, there is a size chart here, and you can see that it's 6 by 4 inches. In fact, most product have the sizes directly on the product's page. So if I just click on, for example, this candle here, it'll show me here the size, 4 inch by 2.4 by 2.4, or in metric, it's 10 by 6 by 6 centimeters. So the dog bone that I selected might not work with the UV laser, because a UV laser is generally good for burning up to 70 millimeters or 7 centimeters, okay? So just be careful about that. Let's say, for example, I wanted to order this shape. This shape comes as a 6 by 4 inch or a 7 by 5 inch, likely too large for your UV laser. So you want to stick to sizes and styles that are going to fit within the field of view of your laser. Of course, once you've had fun with your machine and you're ready to graduate to a green beam, reach out to us and we can talk to you about our 3D Laser Box Jet Mini series, which not only can do large crystals, but can also do them super quick as well. But for now, this is how you're going to select what it is that you want. So let's say I'm going to go for a heart. I look at the heart and I see that the small heart is 3 by 2 by 1 inch or 8 by 7 by 4 centimeters. That's good. I probably won't be able to use the medium heart to its full capacity, but maybe if I leave a bit of a margin, I can, because this goes 10 by 9 and your field of view is 7 in most cases, right? So let's just assume I'm going to go for a small heart. So if I go back to HQ Plus and I click on Add New Order. Okay, so again, I'm in the orders page. I'm going to go Add New Order, and I'm going to select my pre-populated address, or I can even select to add a new address and enter those details in these fields. A lift gate is only required if you're going to be ordering a large amount of cases that need to be put on a pallet. But if you're ordering a few cases, you likely won't need a lift gate. Over here, we know that we want the small heart, so I'm just going to type in heart, and now I can see all my heart crystals, and this is the small heart that I wanted. Now, what I would recommend you to do is, especially if you are a UV laser owner, we have put together a starter kit for you. And that starter kit, it includes the sizes and styles that are likely to be working on the size your laser can actually burn. So we've included 2 units of each of the following, not 1, but 2 units of the rectangle keychains, the heart keychains, the dog bone keychain, the dog bone ornament, a heart ornament, circle ornament, rectangle small, that's the 60 by 40 millimeter, the rectangle medium, which is the 80 by 50 by 50 millimeter, the rectangle large, which is the 90 by 60 by 60 millimeter, the cut corner diamond small, which sits on one of its corners. It's 50 by 50 by 50 millimeters, cut corner diamond medium, it's 60 by 60 by 60 millimeters, and a small heart. We've also included 1 unit of our square silver light base, our rectangle silver light base, our rotating silver light base, and our premium mini wooden light base. So you can get a feel for each of the light bases that we offer should you wish to source your light bases from us as amazing add-ons to offer to your customers as well. So I'm just gonna enter the starter kit here. I just want to point out that in this starter kit, we have included some pieces that may or may not work with the UV laser. So we've included, for example, the dog bone keychain or a couple ornaments. The way that these materials need to be cut, they may or may not work. We've seen some lasers, they burn them fine, and others don't. So that's why it's a starter kit. It's really for you to try and get a feel for what it is that works with your laser before you go and buy an entire case of a particular shape or style, okay? All right, so now you want to click on your shipping priority. So if you're going to select 2 business days, just be careful. It depends when we receive your order. So it doesn't mean it's 2 business days from today, because depending on the time that you're placing your order, it's not even a confirmed order, it's a pre-order. When we receive your pre-order, you haven't paid yet. We still need to confirm that we have the inventory and the cost of shipping it to you, and we send back to you the final quote, which then you can pay. And when you pay, then we arrange to ship it, and it would ship on the fastest option, which would likely arrive to you in 2 business days from the time it's picked up from our facility. But just give yourself some wiggle room, okay? So I'm just going to select, 2 business days for now. And this is charging me taxes because it's based on an address in the province that we're based on that charges these taxes. But if you are outside of Canada, then you will not see any taxes being charged, okay, over here. So it will give you your total, and then you will just click on save. And this is where we see that most people feel that they've sent their order to us, but you have to realize you haven't. You've just saved your order. So in order to actually see and send that order to us, click on refresh. And now you'll see this order was just placed over here right now. And you can edit it if you want to add more items, or you can send it to us. Just click on send. And now it will send this over to us to verify that we have what you're asking for and to provide you with the final quote that includes the shipping. So once the product has been verified on our side and a quote has been provided, you will see here that it says order invoiced on your orders page, and it will reveal the pay button. So now you can actually confirm payment. So if you click here, it'll give you your total amount, and now you'll be able to either wire the funds or pay by PayPal using your credit card. Click on pay, and you can then proceed to pay through PayPal. Once you're done, it will then confirm your order. We will receive it, and we will then look to shipping it. We have received questions sometimes on if there's going to be duties or taxes, and also about the shipping cost and how we come up with the shipping cost. So we actually have an API that's channeled into DHL, FedEx, and other carriers. When we receive the quote from them, that's where we then submit the quote over to you. If you feel that the shipping fee is high, it's likely due to the fact that it is a heavy product. Also, don't forget that we're based in Toronto. So while we are perhaps a lot cheaper than the shipping fee that you would pay all the way from Asia, if you are based in the United States of America, because we are in Toronto, there is going to be a slight variation on the fact that it is going cross-border. Of course, given the fact that we do such high volume within the US and across North America, we are still providing very, very competitive prices. But please keep in mind that it is a heavy product. Also, the fact that our raw material in blank optic canine crystal is very competitively priced. So if you were to purchase, for example, in this case study, a case of canine crystals from a competitor, perhaps you'll pay $300 for that particular article. That same article, when purchasing from us, because we cut the slabs, perhaps you'd pay $100. Now, the shipping of the cases will average around, in this particular case study, let's say $75. $75 on $300 from a competitor is a much more favorable percentage than $75 on shipping against $100 on cost of goods. So just keep that in mind. 100 plus 75 is $175 all in cost versus $375. This is an example, but it really does play out quite accurately, where you really want to take the total cost of goods with shipping divided by the number of units to understand what your true cost of goods really is. Also, what we are doing is in the coming weeks looking to work with various carriers to provide us with options that might take a little longer to get over to you, but have a good savings as well. So as we get those options, we will release them onto the system as well. Concerning duties and taxes, if you are ordering across Canada or the United States of America, at this moment in time, there's no duties, there's no tariffs, okay? If you're in the United States, there's also no taxes, no state taxes. If you are based in Canada, you will pay provincial taxes based on the province that you're in. Now, if you're outside of the US and Canada, you are going to pay import. So what we are quoting you does not include what your customs office is going to charge you. So if, for example, you're importing this into Europe or the United Kingdom, you will likely be paying additional taxes based on what the customs office charges you. So that is very important that you understand that, because we want to be absolutely transparent so you know what you're paying for what you're getting. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. My team reviews the comments. Many times they'll flip them over to me so I can also partake in the conversation. And we really do appreciate and want to continue helping you build your business. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, like, and share.